morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at one of the 900 Global newest releases, and that is going to be the 900 Global Reality Check. Now, before we dive into that, I just want to remind you guys to like the video if you do indeed like the content that you see on this video, and also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I release my newest videos. According to my analytics on the YouTube app, only 20% of you guys are subscribed. There's almost 80% of you that are watching my videos that are not subscribed. So again, if you could do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. That would really certainly make me happy, but also kind of help out the channel a little bit. So I really would appreciate that. Now, reason you want to subscribe is we're going to be looking at a lot of these newer releases that are going to be coming out from the SPI family. Recently, actually today, I just ordered my RSTX 3 and my Hype Solid. Both are Rotogrip releases that are going to be released in August, I believe. So you want to hit the subscribe button for that because those are coming down the pipeline, as well as the Night Road I'll be ordering in August. That ball, I believe, comes out in September. So again, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button so that you're able to stay up to date on these new releases from SPI. As always, thank you to Storm, SPI, and their lovely family for allowing me to do these reviews and put out this content that you guys see here today. Also, a huge thank you to, this side, I Am Bowling. You can use my promo code FIREHOUSE07. That'll save yourself 20% off of your entire I Am Bowling or Logo Infusion order. Again, they're also a big part of why I'm able to do this today. They've been a huge supporter of myself, and I can't thank them enough. But that's it for all the plugs. Let's get into this video of the 900 Global Reality Check. You guys stay tuned. Here we go. Here's the reality check rolling down the lane. Solid 9-pin to start off. Now, obviously, that's a pretty good start, I feel like. It wasn't a flat 10, so I like what I'm seeing here with the reality check. I would say it's fairly early. I don't really have a good point to compare it to because I never really had the original reality. I mean, I do have one, but I just feel like that motion doesn't get along with me as much as like the altered reality or the reality check. But reality check going down the lane, I did like it. It was a fairly consistent ball reaction. It wasn't a ball where I felt like was very wet dry. It had a very reliable sort of ball motion. It wasn't something that was going to be unpredictable for me. Towards the end of the game here, it started to kind of dry out on me a pinch kind of at the mid lane. I thought it started kind of checking up right around 40-45 feet. As you can see here, it goes through the nose. As you can see, first ball in the 10th here, it goes through the nose, and then I make an adjustment here. I move, I believe, 2 and 1 left on this fill shot here. Get a fairly decent ball reaction for 205. And now we are going to jump in with the altered reality. Now, I hope you guys can see the differences here between the altered reality and the reality check. Obviously, that first ball that was actually the first ball I threw with the altered here during the day of filming. And that was the second ball. So once I got some oil on the ball, it was a hair straighter. Now, ball motion-wise, I would say there was quite a distinct difference, I felt like, from the altered to the reality check. Obviously, who doesn't love a 4-pin? I actually trip a 4-pin last frame, and also that frame right there. As you can see, I really like that. Now, ball motion-wise, I hope you guys can see the difference between the two balls. Altered reality, I felt like, had more of a hook set motion. Not that a hook set motion is bad. It's not necessarily a reaction that I particularly care for, and it doesn't really get along with me. The reality check I thought had a little bit more of a continuous ball motion, but this reality check, I think it does flare a hair more. That's a tongue twister. It does flare a little bit more, maybe about a half-inch more, which isn't a ton, but it is certainly, I felt like it was noticeable. Reality check I also felt like was stronger, but also not, or I'm sorry, it was strong, but also not strong. What I mean by that is you can tell it's a strong ball. It wants to get up and go. It's early, but also it's not exactly something I felt like I needed to move really far left with to keep on the right side of the head pin. So I did appreciate that. Also with this reality check, especially when I was playing inside here, obviously I did my sort of versatility check, and it felt like the further I moved in, the further I got around the ball. The more it liked it, and it definitely handles that well. It handles flare well. It handles more of the crankers well. I feel like so. I feel like if you're maybe a two-hander or certainly have a lot of revs, and you're looking for a ball that likes heavy oil, or you're looking for a heavy oil ball, reality check is going to fit into your game very, very, very well. And I usually don't say that a lot when it comes to heavy crankers. But again, I think this ball, if you're looking for something with heavy oil, and you have a lot of hand in the ball, this ball is going to be the ball for you. As you can see, kind of when we got into the latter part here, I just couldn't slow down enough, couldn't get my hand around it enough to kind of fight through this leak shot puddle of oil that's in the middle. All right, let's break it down, guys. All right, let's dive into this reality check. Now, obviously, the first thing I noticed was it was kind of a pretty early rolling ball, and it is strong, but it's also not strong. Obviously, you heard me talk about this when we were looking at the ball going down the lane, but again, what I meant by that was it's strong because it rolls early. However, it doesn't feel like you really need to jump left to keep it on the right side of the head pin. But it also does feel like if you get your hand around the ball, you have the opportunity to jump left, but you could also probably stay a little bit righter as well. So I think it does like flare, and it does handle flare very, very well. And I think that if you're two-handed or you really crank the ball, I think this is going to be a great, great ball for you. It really doesn't jump too much, not really that I noticed. But again, I think the check is a little bit more continuous as opposed to the altered, which I think was more of a hook set motion. Now, that's not to say that either motion is bad. I think there's certainly different opportunities and different patterns that you could use the balls for, depending on what kind of reaction you're looking for. So, the check is more continuous, altered is more hook set. Like I said, it does like flare, and it does handle flare very, very well. One thing that I did notice with this one is it pushes the pins back into the pit, kind of more so than maybe what it would toss pins around on the deck. Now, that's not to say that you won't have messengers with this ball or anything like that. I think it just had more of a tendency to kind of push the pins back into the pit rather than kind of have them up on deck kind of dancing around a little bit. So might not be as sexy as, keeping them up and, having a messenger on the 10 or the 7 or whatever the case is, but it does hit the pins, and it does push them back into the pit very, very well. So that's all I got with this one. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you can, please subscribe to the channel, because we got a lot more ball reviews that are going to be coming out. And we'll see you in the next video, which will actually be the 900 Global Wolverine Dark Moss. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next time, good luck and good bowling.